Well, I said a decision was made, and it was. It's amazing how scraping gaskets can change your mind on things. The decision has been made. We're pulling this puppy. Why not? Surprised it may come to some, not all. I have never pulled a motor before in my life. Pulled transmissions, but I have never pulled a motor. And I have only on one occasion helped someone put a motor in, and they did it with none of these fenders or front or anything else. They just laid her in there. Took 5 of us. I'm going to do this by myself. Maybe one other person. You never know. We will need to take the hood off. Those of you that have not seen before, this is my fabulous scratch. We have a 20, I believe it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 20 by 12 foot tarp garage that we sheeted in on the outside, covered with siding, shingles on the roof. We have covered the inside of it with plastic because we can't afford insulation. So we're working on this thing and spending our money instead. And I built another piece along here, sort of a, you can't really see it well, but sort of a circular thing. It's straight down that wall, and then every 4 feet it sort of angles, comes all the way around back out to here. So it's about half again as wide, and about 12 feet long. So that's what I work in. Cold weather, of course, I don't. I actually put an overhead door in a tent garage. But yes, this is the location of this wisdom. So we will probably have to pull said hood. For the time being, we have it jacked up. The heater's going there to warm up the oil, because we're going to drain that out before we try to lift her out. We'll leave the transmission in. And yeah, what could go wrong? Not that big. I think what we'll be doing is probably putting a couple of braces across here, sort of like those ones are that you can see. I'll put 2 or 3 of them, 2x4s or something, and maybe 4x4 if we get all excited. And big ratchet strap I've got, a ratchet strap that's 2-inch wide. Should be as more than rated for this weight. And we will hopefully hook onto this thing and lift and wiggle and pull and skin her knuckles and stuff like that. Eventually she'll come free. We'll lift her up and probably then lower the car down. Try to get the thing out of here. As you can see, we we don't have a lot of room. But I'm going to put this all together as one video once I do get it out. And we'll go from there. But our plan is to I'm going to keep my plan to myself, actually. I have a plan. We're going to keep it to ourselves for the moment. And if I don't, it doesn't happen anytime sooner, when this video comes out, this will be the official call out to Jamie. I know you're busy with a whole bunch of other stuff, whatever, but I'm calling you out this summer. Now, whether or not we can meet, me being up here in Canada, being the vicious criminal that I am, you being down there, being the law-abiding citizen you are, fine, upstanding young man, probably don't want to come up to this cesspool of degradity we call Canada. But anyways, we can always race with your Uncle Tony rules that you put up. I'm more than willing to give that a go. Also working on an idea where network racing, where you line up at your lights and I line up at my lights, and they're both controlled from the same computer, and we go. But we can talk about that later. This is your official, I'm calling you out. You and your little blue Challenger too. All right, more to come. Yeah, here I am in the middle of the night. No, it's early morning. I forgot to turn the power off the garage last night, so the heater was running good part of the night, so that should set me back a couple of dollars in hydro. Actually, about $2 in hydro. And $49.50 in friggin' taxes, fees, and fee-fi-fo fum fees, and all the rest of it. But, who cares? We're going to take the hood off. By ourselves. Crippled guy, arthritis, cold, half asleep. He's going to try to take the hood off. Yay! So, all we got to do is take those two bolts out. Those two bolts out. Keep your hood from falling on anything. And then put it up there. Yeah. Sure. Well, look, Ma. No hood. It is a very light hood, actually. Thank the good Lord Almighty. Yeah, because once it came undone very simply, set down on those towels nicely, and then I lowered the front end of it. And for some reason I decided, hey, what if I take a hold of either side and just lift? And holy crap, I lifted the thing off the ground. I really expected to call 911 after that particular attempt, but yeah, I didn't lift it off the ground. I lifted it off the fenders and then set it right up there, where she'll stay now for probably the rest of my life. But, you know, thing is, I've already issued a call out to Jamie, and I haven't run since 1991. And I mean, like, literally, I have not run in any reason whatsoever. So, yeah, there's that. But next is the motor. Well, actually, next is building some contraption up here that I think will support the motor. I can hook the ratchet strap to. And then we're going to lower the vehicle down, I think. And put the jack locking underneath the transmission. And we are going to attempt to remove said motor. At this point, I'd like to take a minute and thank my sponsors. That'd be me. And as Jamie Swan was saying, he's not looking for, he wasn't asking for help or suggestions. Well, I am asking that you all remember this is not how to do things. As a matter of fact, this is how not to do them. Don't ever do them this way. I have reinforced, reinforced is fine, my ceiling braces. I have run 3 pieces of 1x4 across there. Big ratchet strap down to some mounting points. Everything is disconnected. You may notice the eagle eye people. There's 1 or 2 nuts, but I'm going to take them off. I am aware of them. And now all I need to do is put a jack under the transmission. And hope that it just slides away from the transmission easily and peacefully and lifts up in the air and push this thing outside, set the engine down, and calmly take it apart piece by piece. Anyone that knows me knows that this is what will happen. Things will move, get caught, going to hurt myself, probably will need medical attention but won't get it. May destroy something, but nothing that I can't get around. Be in a very bad mood, and probably take more apart than I originally intended to. Yeah, I think that covers it. Alright. So like I say, big thanks to my sponsors. Me. And yeah, show this video to the surgeons so they can get an idea where the point of impact was. Well, success is a vague word, but we have the engine removed, out, motor mount off on this side, partially off on the other side, but she's all free. I get the car evaporated right now, it'll just be the motor hanging here. We don't want the car to evaporate. Our structural engineering got a little sideways, so we had to add some more structure. On this side, we figured we'd go full out, and we went with futon leftovers. That's a piece of a futon, which I had to use that as a support on this side. So once we had the futon installed, we knew that everything was going to be all right. So now I have to support the transmission on something better than the jack stand's on, something more permanent, and lower the car back down, and yeah, see about the engineer, get it up a little higher or whatever, and then push the car out from underneath of it. So progress is being made. I don't even know what you would call this. The engine's out. I got to lift it a little bit higher. Of course, without a cherry picker and using ratchet straps, various things. What a surprise that the engine is standing on end. But the transmission held in place with a couple of ratchet straps and blocks. Free and clear. It's all down off the jack stands. Everything else is good. Over here we have a coffee which recently been poured. Well, not poured. Dropped into the antifreeze. While on this side trying to get things jacked up and get the jack stand up, I had to go to the other side. As I went to get up, my boot on my not as bad leg caught one of those wood screws in that lovely smooth floor you can see. As I stumbled forward, it was actually on this side, by mistake. It was actually on this side. You can see all the room I have. As I stumbled forward, I went to catch myself with my right hand, which is my worst hand. Lots of arthritis in that one. And I thought to myself, no, that hand already hurts. So instead I headbutted the futon support, which as you can see, didn't move. And then plunged straight into my hot chocolate, which was standing here, which then fell in there. So, moral of the story is, futon material, structurally sound. So here lies a motor, soon to be resurrected in grand ways. Check out this flywheel. This flywheel is like 1.25 inches thick. I have a feeling there's a little extra weight there. But yeah, give you an idea where I was working. This was the operating room where we performed hatchet surgery. I'm not sure what you call it. I am very tired. And a lot of, I'll be honest with you, I'm in a lot of pain. Arthritis and back issues and whatnot are all screaming at me right now. So, we got it up. Look, a hood. Look, a Dodge Challenger emblem upside down. Very rare. And that'll wrap it up. Parked the car outside. It pushed fairly easily. Like motor was out. It's amazing. Like yeah, there she be. Pulled it out with a Coyote Yaris. Anybody that's a big fan of Puddin's Fabrication or Puddin's Fab Shop, yeah, you got to do your towing with the Yaris. Everybody, or with a Toyota. Everybody knows that. So, bigger and better things coming soon.